Okay guys, quick update for Bitcoin. So if you watched the last video, you should already be in a short. In this video here, I'll put a link up to it now. I said the only thing you need to pay attention to is if the next daily candle opens above 27,400, above this fib channel line, you would go long. If the next daily candle opened below 27,400, you would go short. We had a daily candle open below, and you can see price came down as expected. Again, this fib channel line is a very key fib channel line. So in this video, I'm going to show you the next point to potentially long and something else to pay attention to know when to long and short. This was a video I put up. This was about a month ago. I said start of the next 65% crash. I'll put a link to this video now if you want to check it out. But basically, I've been telling you that it was not just a Bitcoin chart, but it was also the Dow Jones chart that showed me that we had a lot of downside from this point, that around 31K was the top. This is the chart I've been talking about for quite a while now, about this last line in this fib channel, saying that this was potentially the top. This is published on April 14th, and if I hit play, you can see what happened. We've been moving down this line as a magnet. That's that line where I was talking about. It hasn't shown the next daily candle yet, but this is that fib channel line we're under as resistance, and obviously your next key support is down here. I do believe we're going to continue moving down this line. Again, I'm expecting a lot more downside. I know a lot of people don't want to hear that. This is what I posted in Discord. And by the way, guys, if you want to get access to all these live charts, if you want to sign up, the link for my website is pinned first comment description. If you want to sign up for Bitget to trade, that link's also pinned first comment description as well, and have a no VPN option for you there as well. So I can tell you this is my DXY chart. This yellow line right here is your next key resistance above. And since Bitcoin is inversely correlated with the DXY, obviously if the DXY, which right now is pushing up, if we continue up, Bitcoin's going to continue down. However, once we get to around 104.33, it's very likely the DXY will retrace and come back down. At that point, you would long Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin's at support, when the DXY hits 104, that would be an indicator to go long. If the DXY comes down to support around 102, well, if the DXY is coming down, Bitcoin will be pushing up. So at any point DXY hits 102.74, that is a very strong support level. That is the point you would want to short Bitcoin. So again, using the DXY chart along with the Bitcoin chart, specifically the M1 chart, you can get an idea of when to long and short. I've been talking about this, guys. So I know, I was talking about 31K was the top, and people said I was crazy. The trend is your friend until the end. Well, the end is here. And it's based on this one chart. This was a chart I published on August 22nd, 2021, talking about these rings that potentially show a top to drop. And I had mentioned it when I published this chart, that when we hit this ring, I expect the Dow to top out. This is how I knew when we topped out around 65K. And you can see what happened. We moved down this ring. And I mentioned when we made contact with this ring, there would be a black swan event, and we would start moving down. We did have a black swan event that took place with the banks. Interest rates are still on the rise, and small regional banks are still feeling the pain. So again, it's taking a while for all of this to actually, I guess, propagate through the economy, but basically things are getting bad. And just like I said before, guys, when we hit this ring right here, Dow Jones crash ring on the daily, Dow should drop when we make contact with green ring. You see what happened? We crossed it and we just rode down it. I think it's very likely we're going to ride down this ring with the Dow, which means, guys, Bitcoin follows the stock market. That's just how it is. So if the markets are crashing, Bitcoin's going to crash as well. This is the current chart. This is that blue ring right here. This is that ring that I just showed you on that previous chart. We have a lot of downside, guys. I'm expecting us to bounce down this ring. Your current key support right now is around 32,862. Could get a bounce there. Your current key resistance is 33,550. But again, the most important thing to take away from this is this line that I'm calling the magnet, right? This last line right here. This is the line I'm saying we're going to move down. So we could come down and bounce right here. Your next key support is 26,110. If we go lower, your next key support, just like this fib channel that I was talking about in the previous videos, notice all the daily candles are above this line. And once we pass the guideline, now every single daily candle has been below this point. So this is your next key fib channel line below. Down here around 25,652. And the crazy thing is that these rings work, guys. This ring up here was how I knew potentially we were topped out. We had this last line in the fib channel, and we had this blue ring where we got topped out here. Here, we didn't make it back up. So likely, and what happens with these rings is you notice we got a perfect rejection right here. We pushed up, we made contact with the top of this ring, so it just seems likely that we're ultimately headed down to around 24,630. That's where this ring makes contact with this fib channel line. Typically, you'll just bounce between these rings, right? This will be a support level. So I think that's where we're headed, but I would pay attention to the DXY, guys. And again, all I'm saying is I do expect the DXY to continue higher, but you will get retraces, so it's possible we could push up. At this point, you would long Bitcoin as support. We would come back down, but I do expect this to break. Again, as the markets continue down, people are going to be fleeing out of the markets into cash, into the DXY, and Bitcoin is very inversely correlated with the DXY. So the DXY continues up, Bitcoin's going to continue down. So that's pretty much it. These are your most key support levels. So a current daily candle. If Bitcoin comes down in this daily candle currently, your key support is around 26,110. This is also where the 200-week moving average is. At any point, the 200-week moving average becomes resistance. That's going to be very bearish. Your next point to potentially long, again, 26,110. If we drop below that, next few days or a little less than a week, 25,652. That's going to be your next support level. And if that breaks, your next support level will be this fib channel line. Guys, there's a lot of confluence here. You have a fib channel line. You have this blue ring the price has been respecting. Again, perfect rejection right here. And you have this last fib channel line. That's a lot of confluence. That would be a great point too long. Maybe when we hit 25,669 or 24,589 will be the point we make contact with 104.33 with the XY, which would be a point too long. But these are your key, most macro support and resistance levels to pay attention to. And at any point we push up and get above 27,414, maybe this is a little fake out to the downside, we'll see. But if you see the DXY start dropping and Bitcoin pushes up, at any point we hold above 27,414, all right, that would be the next daily candle, then your target to short, again, like I said in the previous videos, will be right here at this blue ring. That's pretty much it, guys. If you do want to sign up to get access to Discord, get access to the live charts, the link's pinned in the first comment description. And again, if you want to get into leverage trading, I use Bitget, a trusted platform that proof of reserves. That link's pinned in the first comment description, and I have a no VPN option for you. That's it, guys. Trade safe, trade smart. I'm out.